Hey, what's up, guys? It's Eric with Plugged In Recovery, and today I am at the Kenneth House, the first house in the Plugged In network, introducing our resident of the week, Terrance.
What's going on, guys?
Terrance, well, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself?
All right, so let's see. My sobriety date is August 19th of this year. I had a little bit of sobriety time. I was working in recovery and relapsed. Ended up going back to the same place I got clean at and was working at. And yeah, man, I'm here now and trying to live my best life, and that's about all I got for that one.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. Well, we're super happy to have you here at the house. You've been doing a lot of great things. And I know Chris, house manager, loves having you around, man.
Yeah, I mean, so I wasn't his first choice for assistant manager, but also was like not his last choice. It's just nobody else wanted to do it, and I had no problem. So
that's awesome, man. Well, we're super happy to have you. Why don't you just tell us a little bit about your story, man, about how you found Plugged In and eventually moved in?
All right, so let's see. I'm going to start off a little bit at the beginning. So I was born on an airplane, right, in 1990, coming from Baton Rouge to Tucson. So, like, I was born into chaos. And for me, the big thing is, like, I've just always thrived into chaos, right? So when I was 12 years old, I was in a house fire, and I got second and third degree burns on my leg. That was my first introduction to, like, any type of pain medications and things like that. Back then, it wasn't really too regulated. So I'm 12 years old, and they had me on, like, Oxycontins and morphine suckers and things like that. I got cut off about 6-7 months in after my last surgery. And I was outside my uncle's house one day, and I was throwing up really bad. This guy from across the street came over. We started talking, and he's like, "Oh, it sounds like you're dope sick." I'm 12 years old. I had no idea what he was talking about. So then he handed me my first taste of heroin. It was off to races from there. I started when I was 12. I'm 33 now, so it's been about 21 years of me trying to get myself together. The amount of money I spent on trying to get clean it's just astronomical. I don't really have much family. The only person I have in my life is my uncle, who's had my back like no matter what. What else? I've been to multiple sober livings, and one of the people at the River Store suggested that I try this one because he thought it would be a good fit for me. And like, I haven't looked back since. It's been literally the best experience that I have in sober living, period. I've been to some pretty bad ones.
All right. Well, that's awesome, man. And I did want to ask as well, I mean, since you've moved into the house, I mean, can you tell us a little bit about what it's like living at the Kenneth House and the culture here?
Well, so I think our median age is around 30-ish. I mean, it's just one big brotherhood. Like, I came into the house, I'm a very introverted kind of person. I did a lot of time in prison, so I'm the kind of person that'll sit back and watch what's going on, and it was not allowed here. So it was very integrated. People treated me like a human being for the first time in a really long time. I've built great relationships with people. I mean, I've had 3 different roommates since I've been here. So, but I mean, it's one of those places that I feel at home when I'm not at home. I consider this my home now. I always had this thing of like, I only do sober living while I'm in IOP or things like that. And this is the first time that I've been in any place that's not something that I own, that I actually want to stay and be around the people here. We all joke and have a good time. Chris cooks for us a couple times a week. Like, I think we're having chicken tonight. So, I'm black. I love my chicken.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's like a family here. Like, I don't have much family, right? So this is family to me. And I'm getting goosebumps talking about it. It's the greatest experience I've had when it comes to my recovery. Like I said, I've been to multiple sober livings. I'm not going to name them because I don't want to badmouth anybody. But it always seemed like something of policing versus where I'm here, it's everybody cares. Yeah. And it's just one of those things that, like, here I don't feel the need to use.
Yeah, and that's awesome, man. And a big thing about Plugged In is, just that. We like to get people integrated into the recovery community and introduce you to the fellowship. I mean, how has Chris, your house manager, and all the guys at the house helped you create that fellowship?
It's honestly just genuinely... It's a genuine caring feeling that you get. Like, I went to a meeting with Chris last night. Like, it's one of those things I didn't want to go, but like, they say when you don't want to go, you probably the time you should go. And like, I've learned more about myself in this house than I have in 33 years of living. I say I don't like people, but that's not really the case, I guess. You know what I mean? I have compassion and I care about people today. I care about myself above all things, and I'm learning what I need to do to keep safeguarding my sobriety. And it's been the best experience I can even explain. I don't even have the words for it.
That's great to hear. And lastly, for anybody who's watching that might be on the fence about moving into sober living, would you have any advice or words for them?
I would say when moving into sober living, find a place that fits you. You're gonna have things that are gonna make you uncomfortable. You're gonna be around people you don't know. You're gonna be worried about your stuff being stolen and all these other things. But those are all things that can be fixed, right? Like I had reservations about moving into any type of sober living again just because of the issues that I've had with it. And for me, coming to plug in, the Wades are just great. Every time Wade comes over, he's like, "Hey, is there anything I can do for you today?" And I'm like, "No, man, I think I'm good." Like the amount of caring and compassion that goes into making these houses is above and beyond reproach. Like I have the utmost respect for the recovery community. I have the utmost respect about how hard it is to maintain your sobriety. And the people here make it that much easier. So my advice would be find a place that you feel comfortable at. Find a place where you can talk to people, even about things you don't want to talk about, because there's not anybody in any of these houses and plugged in that I can think of that's going to judge me for the things that I say. I feel like I'm so alone with things, and then when I say it, everybody starts laughing. I'm like, what's so funny? Like, oh, dude, we've been there. So it's all about finding a place where you feel comfortable and feeling safe in a safe environment.
Awesome, man. Well, thank you so much, dude. Congratulations on Resident of the Week.
Thank you.
And we will see you guys next week.
Later, guys.